Can having better financial education give young people an advantage when leaving school? Young people know they're facing an uncertain economic future. Their ability to save, move out, or get a job that covers even the most basic of expenses has an impact on their access to opportunity. FLIC are on a mission to ensure that the young people of Britain receive the education necessary to prepare them for the rest of their lives. They've created a comprehensive, engaging financial curriculum for Year 7s to Year 13s that gives students the information they need, precisely when they need it. The real-life applications are clear, and the maths taught in these lessons is the type of maths that everyone uses throughout their life. If national insurance, taxes, savings, loans, investments and debt apply to all people, then why aren't we teaching the ins and outs of this to all young people? I'm getting ready to leave school myself, and I would have jumped at the chance to learn how to manage my money. See, leaving school can be overwhelming as there's just so much to think about. How will I afford university? How do I pay back my student loans? And when can I think about moving out?
It's an exciting time, but entering adulthood can actually be really nerve-wracking. Learning about money over the course of my school life would have given me the bank of knowledge that I need to help me make the financial decisions that we all face. So what about the students that are now using FLIC's financial literacy curriculum? I'm here today at City of London Academy, Shoreditch Park, to find out how financial literacy is changing the way that young people think about money, and most importantly, their futures. Let's find out how it's been going.
All right, are we ready?
I think the most valuable things I've learned in my money lessons are about inflation and things. So I know the UK likes to keep the inflation percent at 2%.
You listen to the news and you hear inflation's at 2%. In your brain, you've got that.
Whoa, that is too much. Now that I've learned about budgeting, my views have changed because I would usually just spend everything in one go. But then once I heard about budgeting, I would learn how to save money and how important it is to save money. I have, because I was wondering about how much things cost and if you run out of money, what would happen to you. I didn't think about money before my money lessons because mainly that was all left up to my parents, and because my primary school we didn't really learn about it, I didn't really think there was anything I needed to know until I got into secondary school and things.
Many of the young people FLIC works with will have heard conversations at home about the continued high cost of living. FLIC is determined to support their teachers to equip young people with the skills that they need to help them navigate this and look after what money they do have.
What I've been learning about in my money lessons is inflation, needs and wants, and the 50-30-20 rule. The 50% is what you need, and the 30% is what you want, and the 20% is what you would save. So needs are things that are essential to your daily life, like food, water, paying your bills, a place to live. And wants are things that you don't necessarily need. How essential is it to have the latest mobile phone? It is not really that essential because it's very expensive, and because of the cost of living crisis, you waste a lot of money. I am able to use things I've learned in my money lessons in life because sometimes it's like budgeting. Sometimes when I go to my mum to shops, it's like, oh, do I really need this? I feel very confident of what I've learned. At the same time, I want to learn more things so I can properly manage my money.
Clearly, the students are having fun and making the most of their money lessons. From scenario-based activities to discussion and video, FLIC's curriculum is something I wish I had access to in secondary school.
Ordinarily, you're not going to be seeing children get really excited about inflation or taxes, but to see the Year 7s really come to life talking about saving or the 50-30-20 rule and getting really passionate about that and thinking towards their own future is really nice to see.
City of London Academy Shoreditch Park is our very first secondary school to pilot our whole school curriculum, but we've been recruiting many more up and down the country to help us roll out this financial literacy offering nationwide. We are determined that financial literacy fit for the modern world is offered to every single student.
I think the reality of students coming through our school is that we equip them with the skills and the education needed to succeed.
When I think about money in my future, I think about should I have this job? Does it pay enough for me to have a house, pay the rent or the mortgage, things like that?
Throughout their 7 years here, they're going to be revisiting some key things and building on that each year. So it's not just a one-off lesson that they take and then maybe forget. Every year we go over it again and it's adjusted for the year group that we're teaching it to.
Last year, we met Amani and Akene, two bright-eyed Year 7s who were some of the very first young people to be taught FLIC's curriculum. They've now completed their second year of money lessons, covering topics such as different types of bank accounts, debit and credit cards, bank statements, managing debt, and revisiting and adding to their knowledge of saving.
This year, my money lessons have taught me that there's difference between savings accounts and current accounts. I didn't know there was different cards and things like that.
I used to only think that there was 2 credit cards, but then when I found out there was another card called prepaid card, it's from your parents' bank account, and you can teach the kid more about saving and budgeting.
The pre and post survey that we give out to all students is really telling in that it shows that all students, no matter what year group they are in, have made significant learning and improvements in their confidence around financial literacy, their skills and just wider knowledge.
This year at Shoreditch Park, nearly 3/4 of Key Stage 3 learners and Year 12s told us that they found the lessons useful. And when we taught Year 9s about financial risks, over half of them showed improved practical knowledge, something we know that they then go home and share with their families. And it's not just at Shoreditch Park. FLIC has been able to measure improvements across the board in young people's knowledge and confidence, as well as their existing and intended financial behaviours.
These Year 7s have literally just started their financial literacy journeys, and look at how much they already know. Not gonna lie, I knew nothing about basic budgeting or inflation rates when I was 11 years old. Just think about how they'll be able to face the real world when they leave school, knowing what they do now. I'm really looking forward to following more students on their financial literacy journeys to see how this helps shape young people's futures.